Dan Dix here, reporting for Press for Truth, and we have breaking news out today in regards to Iran's nuclear weapons program. The IAEA released a report on the status of Iran's efforts to build a nuclear weapon. Meanwhile, Putin raises the possibility of using nuclear weapons against terrorists, but hopes that they will never need them. Folks, tensions are brewing at an alarming rate right now in the Middle East, and it's not looking good. So in today's video, we're going to break down what all this means. Now, presidential candidate Rick Santorum is now saying that World War III has begun. He alerts us to this fact that President Obama and Congress are ignoring this long-anticipated report from the International Atomic Energy Agency. Now, this report details Iran's efforts to build a nuclear weapon. It was all part of this mutual deal that Iran made with 6 world powers just back in last July. Now, the IAEA reports that Iran engaged in computer modelings of nuclear explosive devices and looked into materials for possible weaponization, but only up until 2009. So the Republicans think that the infrastructure is still in place, so it's now looking like a war with Iran is back on the table. And this very well could come on the heels of Russia's hoping that no nukes are going to be needed against the Islamic State. Because after firing cruise missiles against terrorists from the sea, Putin expressed hope that there wasn't going to be any need for nuclear warheads to be attached. He said here, "Naturally, this is not necessary when fighting terrorists, and I hope will never be needed." But of course, this came only after explaining the gadgetry and the technology that the Russian military has, modern and highly effective precision weapons. As in, no, we won't nuke you or nuke you necessarily Hiroshima style, but a little bit of nuclear warheads here and there should keep the terrorists out of Russia's backyard until maybe the fallout decreases, perhaps a generation from now. And meanwhile, you've got Santorum here going on about electromagnetic pulses from Iran, knocking out the continental United States, but there was not a single mention of this whatsoever in the IAEA report. He also said that Obama is enabling radical Islam, which may be true, but Santorum's rhetoric here is enabling World War III. It's the United States, both Democrats and Republicans, who are the ones who are responsible for the bloodshed in the Middle East. Of course, along with Israel and Saudi Arabia, both authoritarian theocracies, this U.S. bloodshed coalition has knocked out secular dictators and riled up these fascist militant extremists. But the Middle East isn't South America. This isn't the backyard of the United States or the British Commonwealth. This is closer to Russian and Chinese territory, and threatening to knock out Iran right now is just asking for trouble with the Russians and the Chinese. Really, guys, the best thing that the United States and Canada could do right now is to withdraw from the Middle East and to move away from decentralizing power and authority and to move towards local and individual levels of governance. That's really the best answer to all of this and virtually every problem that we're facing. It's not the be-all and end-all solution, but it is a big step in the right direction. Now, unfortunately, what's playing out right now is drastically different. A power elite are redrawing the map of the Middle East right now, and they're making way for a global empire that every nation-state is going to be subordinate to. But folks, we cannot let that happen. Share this video, get this information out to your friends, and let's continue to document this and expose this for what it is. Check the sources for this video in the description below, and also to find out where you can join us here as a member of PFT or as a PFT patron. And stay tuned, guys. We're going to have a lot more video reports coming soon to pressfortruth.ca.